Welcome to Narvik.
The recent worldwide release of the movie Narvik on streaming service Netflix brought this small industrial city in Northern Norway to the world's attention. Few other than keen war historians knew much about Narvik prior to the movie, which depicts the dramatic set of land and sea battles that took place in and around Narvik in the early years of World War II. The port city is located in Northern Norway and it's easy to find on a map. Just look for the Lofoten Islands sticking out and head inland. As with many northern towns, Narvik is surrounded by mountains and fjords, providing a spectacular natural playground for visitors to explore. Interest in the city as a tourist destination has grown since the movie's release. In addition, Narvik is now an increasingly important port of call for several British and European cruise lines, especially those running Midnight Sun and Northern Lights itineraries. If you are visiting on a ship and you fancy a taste of life as a local, check out the Arctic sauna just a few steps from the harbour. Here you get to combine a warming sauna with sea bathing, and yes, even in the winter. Modern Narvik is split in two by the railway, and it's the railway that is responsible for the town we know today really existing. The Lofoten Railway was built to link the iron ore mines of northern Sweden with an ice-free port in northern Norway, and Narvik grew from there. As such, there's few better ways to dive into the culture, history, and stunning natural beauty of the area than by taking a ride on the railway. Although still primarily used as an iron ore line, there is a daily passenger departure to Sweden's capital city, Stockholm, and a tourist service known as the Arctic Train. This service runs through the mountainous terrain up to the border with Sweden before returning to Narvik. As with Norway's Flum Railway, the Arctic Train is a tourist service that includes several photo stops along the way. Typically, it runs on selected days during high season and when cruise ships are in port at other times of the year. Book directly through the cruise line, or you can pay approximately $55 to reserve a place in advance with the Arctic Train directly, subject to availability. Bear in mind that cruise line excursions will include transport to and from the railway station, and that's about a 30-minute walk from the cruise port. On that walk, you'll notice the mountain that towers above the city. For the best view of the city, take the cable car to the top. It's only from here that you can fully appreciate Narvik in its spectacular natural setting. Back down in the centre of Narvik, this public square and park features a fish market and restaurant and a few notable sculptures, including this one of children playing. On the other side of the road, this outdoor stage next to the towering Scandic Hotel presumably hosts outdoor events in the summer, while this tall mirrored monument commemorates those who fought in the war. Nearby, the International Seaman Centre was originally opened by the Church of Sweden because of all the Swedish seafarers who lived and worked in the city. Today, the church and community centre serves seafarers from all around the world, and it also serves as a cultural centre for Narvik locals. On one of my recent trips to Narvik, several people were wandering around wearing these hats. It turned out my trip coincided with the town's winter festival. Held since 1956, the festival celebrates the close ties between Narvik and France following World War II. The festival is known for its distinctive navvy's hat, symbolising the railway workers' contribution to Narvik's history and the city's pioneering spirit in building the Lofoten Railway. As you can probably tell, a trip to Narvik really is all about history. The eye-catching Narvik Museum tells the history of the railway and the town's development, but where most tourists head for first is the Narvik War Museum. The small town played a crucial role in the early years of World War II. The two sea battles and the land battle, collectively known as the Battle of Narvik, were all about control of the iron ore supply. The excellent museum reveals the narrative of the early days of the war through the eyes of the people of Narvik. It also takes a step back to ask deeper questions about the value of a human life and whether a war can ever be won. To complete the war theme, a visit to the War Cemetery is a must. This poignant place contains memorials to soldiers from many different countries whose lives were lost in the Battle of Narvik. To discover more about the War Museum and more about Narvik's war history, watch this video next.